RMS TITANIC. Where did she begin? What happened? What was she? RMS TITANIC was a beautiful ship, biggest liner for 1912, and through the 1900s, of course. RMS TITANIC began in 1907 when James Ismay and Lord Pirrie were at dinner and started talking about three massive liners: the Titanic, Olympic, and the HMHS Gigantic. Now, obviously, because of Gigantic, you're like, who's Gigantic? Wasn't it Britannic? Well, she was later renamed it for war purposes HMHS Britannic to remind them of Britain that she was in service. Now, this story is about RMS Titanic. Let's go more into her. 1908, she was beginning designing, and by Thomas Andrews, he died on the Titanic, of course. Now, Titanic was a beautiful liner, and now obviously, when they were designing her, there was a few problems. They needed a bigger keel, and they designed it with only 3 funnels. Now, the 3 funnels didn't really quite go with what James Ismay wanted. He wanted 4 funnels because the Cunard line, their enemies, or rivals I should say, were having all the ships at 4 funnels, except a few like Pafia. Now, now he said, okay, give it 4 funnels then. 1909, and Titanic's keel was laid down in Belfast, Ireland, Holland and Wolf. And in 1910, Titanic was it was going great, everything was ready, but then a fire broke out in the boiler room. Sadly, that the boiler room was great for everything, but there was something just not right. They fixed everything, and Titanic, in 1911, 31st of March, Titanic was launched and ready to be fitted out. Everything went good for Titanic until one fateful night. We're now almost there, where she hit the iceberg and sank, but let's go on. 10th of April 1912, and Titanic leaves the dock of Ireland for Southampton. After Southampton, she goes for Queenstown, then Cherbourg, France, and then New York. When she almost arrives, she is at 13th of April 1912. It's the last time Titanic saw daylight. At the night of 14th of April 1912, at 11:40 p.m., Titanic hits an iceberg and sinks. She sank for about 2 hours and 40 minutes, and Titanic was sure to be down. At 1:20 in the morning, Titanic, 1:20 in the morning, Titanic was on 1:25 a.m. Titanic at the seabed. Titanic finally lost her end.